Hey everybody, hope you're having a great holiday weekend. The rain just hit at my house and it is looking crazy out there, so I'm glad to be in nice and toasty reading your papers. I did just finish reading your papers and I wanted to give you some feedback as a group. I also wrote individual comments on your papers, so you can go ahead and check those out and kind of get some feedback that way. The way that you do that is you're going to go to your assignment, and then I uploaded the document that you submitted. I added my comments into it, and then I uploaded that document. So you're going to want to re-download that document. But in general, I noticed that everybody did a good job with integrating quotes into their assignment, so great job with that. And then there were just 3 things that I wanted to address to give everybody feedback as you keep working in the class. So the 3 things are the difference between summary and analysis, which we'll talk about, conciseness, and then how to write the reflective cover letters. So the big thing that everybody should work on for next time, because it's a really important skill in this class, is the difference between summary and analysis. So it's actually not as hard as it sounds because you actually practice summary and analysis all the time. So, for example, let's say you're telling your coworker about the Blair Witch Project, the movie, which if you haven't seen, I don't recommend. But say you're summarizing the plot of the Blair Witch Project, which is just that 3 film students get lost in the woods and they become terrorized by the Blair Witch. So you just did summary. You just said what happened, right? But say you want to discuss what made the film so scary. So you tell your friends that the film is recorded like found footage, as if the 3 film students actually went to the woods, recorded footage of the Blair Witch, and someone else found their film after they died. So that's analysis. You identified a specific choice, the found footage technique, and you told your friends what effect that choice has on you as a viewer, which is that it makes it seem like the movie actually happened. So I'm posting a video to this comment or this announcement that describes the difference between summary and analysis. And I'll also add it to the task list for this week. Sorry, I'm can't talk today. It's the holiday weekend. Anyways, I'm going to post a video that describes the difference between analysis and summary, and I want you to watch it before you submit your research log draft on Friday, because you'll notice that you're going to fill in a table for the research log, and one of the columns is to analyze the article's evidence. So I don't want you to simply summarize, I don't want you to just tell me what evidence the article presents. I want you to actually analyze it. Interpret it for me. Tell me what effect it has on you as a reader. I also want, as a class, for us to keep working on conciseness, and I am going to have a unit on that later in this course. But I'm going to send a video out as well about how to write concisely. I'm asking you to write fairly short texts in this class. I mean, we have our longer paper, which is about 8 to 10 pages, but other than that, the papers are pretty short. And so because of that, you need to be really economical with your language, meaning that you need to convey a lot of information in a very small amount of space. So I want you to practice making every sentence meaningful, which means that we have to eliminate unnecessary phrases and words. And as you improve your analysis skills, you're going to fill your paper with more analysis instead of those wordy sentences. So I'll share some resources about conciseness, and I'd like you all to take a look at that for this week. Finally, a little bit of work in our reflection letters. So again, in the reflection letters, I want to see less summary. I don't need you to recap what you do in your essay, because I'm going to read your essay as soon as I'm done reading your cover letter. So the summary doesn't really help me. Instead, what I want to see is, I want to see you reflecting. So in other words, I want you to talk about, the choices that you made in your writing. The same thing that you did with rhetorical analysis. You analyzed someone else's choices, but this time I want you to analyze your own choices as a writer. Or I want you to talk about, what was challenging about the assignment, and I want to see really specific examples. So I don't want to see a reflective cover letter where you list like 10 things that, 10 pieces of reflection, 10 different points you want to make. Choose 1 or 2 things that you want to talk about, include actual examples, and then kind of develop those paragraphs. So those are the 3 main things that I want to see you all work on and see improvement in the next assignment, which is the research log due on Friday. And I hope that's helpful for you. Again, keep working on analysis, which is different from summary, right? Keep working on conciseness, so cutting out wordy phrases and unnecessary text and instead focusing on just really precisely conveying your ideas. And then in your reflection letters, I want to see less summary and more analysis. And instead of seeing a lot of different points brought up in those letters, I want to see one or two clear points with some evidence and examples to support your points. All right, enjoy your holidays, and I will be in touch soon.